Taste the tea and tell a story. Hold the cup between your hands. Moments of such hope and glory of your life here in England.
When I used to go out with my parents, usually on a Sunday afternoon, we would go up to the local parks, and during the war years there was usually servicemen sitting there, you know, they might have come off a ship or in the docks, you see.
Yes.
They would, obviously they didn't know anybody, and my father used to make a habit of sitting next to a sailor or whatever, and have a conversation and say, you know, are you lonely? And they invariably said yes. They didn't. So they were always invited back for tea, you see.
Tea is the comforter. Tea is comfort. Tea's the cuddle that your mum forgets to give you, or your dad, you're running out and you know when you get home it's that, I forgot this morning, here's a cup of tea. It's that kind of...
Say over the teapot.
This teapot, my youngest daughter and I were actually in Scotland, and we went to the town of Ayr. We came across this antique shop, and it was filthy and dirty, and there was things all over the place. You could hardly move, you could hardly get across the floor, and the bloke was really scruffy. He just said, oh, wander around and help yourself. So we did, and we weren't really looking at what we were looking for. We caught a glimpse of this though, and we actually went and had a look, and both my youngest daughter and I decided that we liked this, so we asked him how much it was, and he said, oh, £5 will do. 20 years ago it was quite expensive, I thought, but when I look at it I don't think it is quite as expensive as you will see. I haven't got the genie that goes with it. It's a lovely little teapot that I reckon that it belonged to a breakfast set for a lady in the manor who had her breakfast brought up. There probably was a sugar lady.
As you might have known, I'm a foreigner, so but I'm very interested about trying to know what songs people bring when they think about their childhood. What songs immediately come up?
I think it's probably, you know, sort of hymns that you sing in assembly, that sort of thing that I remember from being quite young. Stuff like Morning is Broken and that kind of.
We've been back for 7 years, but being away, living in Malaysia, the pace of life is much slower in the particular place where we were, and the children seem to be a lot happier playing with a couple of spoons in the sand, as opposed to my kiddies who had Barbie dolls and action men. And they were happy. They had something. I think happiness comes from within, and I think if you're not happy, you're striving for things to make you happy, then the next car, then the next car, then the next car. We're quite materialistic, I think. Having said that, I do have a nice home and we have a nice car, but it's happiness from inside, really.
So interesting. So do you think this thing about being English, you know, what does it mean for today?
What does it mean?
Well, I don't see how there can be an Englishness really, in a sense, because
we're getting more integrated now with
well, you're all mixed in anyway, aren't you? Because if your relatives moved around and married other people, and it's, you know, there's different things that way, and then there's the Queen's not English anyway, is she? So.
Why'd you say? Yeah.
Well, she's from German stock originally, and her mother was from Scotland. So
it's fantastic.
So she's not really English. You know, because Queen Victoria married an Austrian, and all their children married foreign royalty. So one of them was married to the Tsar of Russia.
We play tea parties and that.
You do play tea?
And I take them outside.
Oh great, you have tea parties outside. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, we're having a special tea party today.
We have like a party dinner every Saturday.
Every Saturday you have a party tea, don't you, Bud?
Oh, that's a good. That's a family tradition.
Yes, every Saturday
And
we watch a film, don't we? And have party tea.
And what do you have to eat at your party tea?
We have
Sandwiches.
we have hot dogs in buns.
Yeah.
We have crisps and biscuits. We have fizzy pop.
So that's sort of like an English high tea, they used to call it, didn't they? An English, a proper English tea with, yes. So this is something you do every Saturday?
Most Saturdays, yes, if we're at home.
And do you have people round, or is it just the two of you?
No, well, and Daddy and Finn's brother Dylan as well.
And sometimes we have Uncle Ian.
Sometimes we have your Uncle Ian, yes.
And they all like their sandwiches and their hot dogs and their crisps and
And sometimes we have Ashley.
Yeah.
Auntie Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, Auntie Ashley, don't leave Auntie Ashley out. That's important. And why do you think you do it?
I think it's just some family time, because during the week we're always busy, we're out at work, then on evenings we've got swimming lessons, dance lessons, and I think a Saturday sort of afternoon is just a nice time, isn't it?
We get to spend more time with our family.
Taste the tea and tell a story. Hold the cup between your hands. Moments of such hope and glory of your life here